Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Alex, and welcome to my Go Live with DecoNetwork in 48 hours presentation. This is the next step. This is the second presentation in our Go Live series, and will follow on from our first presentation. For those of you who haven't seen the first presentation, you can find a recording on our blog at the link on the screen, complete with downloadable resources to guide you alongside the presentation. Just to recap from our first presentation, we broke the setup process into 3 manageable sections. In our fulfillment, we configured essential settings, including our commercial terms, our decoration areas, some products, and also our catalog markup, etc. In our website settings, we configured our website template, our store branding, such as our logo. We also added our domain name and some store designs. And in our Business Hub, we imported our existing customer list, created a quote, and ran a test order. Today's presentation will be divided into the same 3 manageable sections. So it will be section 1, the Fulfillment Center, section 2, our website, and section 3, our Business Hub. So in section 1, we'll take a look at our add-ons, what they are and why we need to know what they do. We'll take a look at our email and order templates, how to set our production and order pending times. We'll also expand our printing pricing table and look at our designer settings for our printing method. We'll also address tax exemption on children's clothing, and we'll also add some more products to our product list. In section 2, we will create some decorative products. We'll take a look at our template colors and also add a background image. And we'll also make some homepage layout adjustments just to neaten the site up a little bit. And in section 3, we'll process an order that has been approved from a quote that was generated in our first webinar. We'll also create a repeat order and take a look at how to use freeform products and what they are. Today we do have Meetek on hand to answer any questions that you have during the session. So if you want to fire across any questions into the question panel, Meetek is on hand to answer them for you. So thank you, Meetek, for joining us today. I really appreciate that. So now I'm going to switch over to my website. And here I'm already logged into my fulfillment center. And first, we'll take a look at the add-ons that we will need for today's demonstration. Add-ons are additional features that can be enabled to extend the functionality of your website and your products. Think of them as building blocks for your online business, where you can build a more powerful website as your business grows. So first, I'm going to enable the email and order templates add-on, which can be found by using our universal search bar. So if I click here and type in email and order, I have a link here which will give me direct access to my add-on. And you can see I have a pop-up here which gives a brief description of the add-on, and I can just simply click Add Now. So I'll just close this window, and once it's been enabled, I have instant access to this feature. So you can see I have a link down here from my email and order templates. And here is where all the documents and email templates live. So you have advanced options of editing these emails and documents that are generated by the system. Please note that it's a very advanced option, and without the knowledge of coding, you may not understand how to change these templates. They do come pre-configured and work as expected, so actually I may never need to edit these templates. My main reason for enabling this add-on is to upload my logo so it appears on my invoices, and I'd also like to change the default message that appears in the emails and on my documents. So first I'm going to upload my logo here. I'm just going to click Choose File, and I have my logo invoice. It is a 100 by 100 pixel PNG, which is ideal for the document. And here I'm just going to change this default plain message. So this will appear on all of my emails and all of my documents. And I do have the option to actually drill down into each template and change this on each individual template. So if I want to have a custom message on my order form, I can have a custom message on there, and I can also change it for each individual email that gets sent out to the customer as well. So my default plain message is just going to be, please like our Facebook page at facebook.com/DN Europe. And I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into this default HTML template, into this default HTML message. Now this is displayed in the in the client's email, and if the email client doesn't support HTML, then it will display the default plain message. So I'm just going to save these changes. And now that I've saved this, I'm going to enable my production and order pending times add-on. And again, I can find this by using the universal search bar. So I'm just going to type in production and order. And here on the list of apps, I have my production and order pending times app. And again, I just click this. And same as last time, I have a pop-up which gives me some information about what this add-on does. So I'm just going to click add now and close a window. And I'm going to head back to the settings where I now have a new link for my production and order pending times. Now this add-on allows me to tell the system how long my production takes. So here I can configure the default number of days an order takes to be completed in production. Its default as 15 days, but I can turn around an order a lot faster than that. So I'm going to say 5 days. I can also set my production days, so I can tell the system when I produce and when I don't. So I'm going to untick Sunday, because that is the days when I do not produce any orders. And also I can set a production blackout. Now this is a set date in which you are not going to be producing. So if you're closed for holidays, etc. Now the most common one is over Christmas. So what you need to do is just press this plus sign and select the calendar icon. And now you can just choose a date. So if I select December and select the 23rd, that's my start date. And now my end date is going to be the 2nd of January. And this will tell the system that if anyone orders during this date, to amend the shipping date accordingly and to give them an accurate shipping date for when they will receive their order. Lastly, I have this option for an order pending time. So this is a set time which allows our customers to make changes to their order after they've made the purchase. So if I set 1 hour, the customer has a 1 hour window to come back in, make any amendments to their order, and then once the time has passed, the order will go straight into production. So I'm going to leave this as 0, and I'm going to save. The next setting that I'm going to take a look at is my printing pricing table. So I'm going to select printing under decoration settings, and I'm going to select price tables. And here's my pricing table. I'm going to click edit. And as you may remember from our first presentation, we created a basic pricing table which charged a set price per decoration area based on the quantity of one garment. So you can see here, for one or more garments, I've got the pricing set for the first decoration area, charge £5, and then for any additional areas, charge £3 per decoration area. So now I'm going to create a quantity breakdown and charge a smaller decoration price the higher the quantity goes. So what I'm going to do is change this column number to 3, and you can see I get to add some more numbers here to increase my quantities. So for my first quantity breakdown, I'm going to say 11, and my next breakdown is going to be 21. Now I'm going to change some of the pricing. So between 1 and 10 garments, the first decoration area I want to charge £5, and for any additional areas I want to charge £3. And now if they order between 11 and 20, I want to give a slightly cheaper price. So I'm going to charge them £4 for the first decoration area, and then £2 for any additional. And the same goes for this one. I'm going to make it a little bit cheaper, make that £3, and any additional areas make it £1. And of course, I can not only just expand the quantity, but I can also expand the table in terms of the decoration areas. So if I want to add another row, I can charge £5 for the first area, and then I'm going to charge here £4 for the second area, and then it will charge £3 for any additional. And then I'll just make the price breakdown as I go further up my quantity. So I'll make this one £3, and this one will be £2. So I've created a more advanced pricing system for my printing method, and I'm just going to click save. Next, I'll look at the designer options for this print process. So if I come back to my configured print process, and under designer settings, if I select configure designer, In here, I can decide whether to allow customers the option to add text, to add team names, to pull in some stock designs from my stock design collection, and I can also choose whether I want the customer to upload their own designs. And I have some further advanced settings down here, so I can also limit some of the text options that you have, such as the resize, the effects, gradients, etc., and also the same for images. So I can limit to what the customer can do with their images, and I can also set a maximum image size if I want to as well. But I'm happy for my customers to size their images as they want, and I'm also going to allow them to resize the images, add some image effects, and use some image borders. And I'm also going to allow stock designs, because today I'm going to pull in some stock designs for my customers to use. So I'm going to save this. And now that I've made changes to my printing method, I'm going to add some more products to my products list. So I'm going to view my products list, and by going to get there, I'm going to click products. And to add more products, I'm going to select manually add supplier products. And here are a list of all the products that are on our system. Now my supplier is BTC, so I'm going to filter out all the BTC products. And I know the products that I'm looking for, so I can just type in my product name, and again the system will filter out that product for me. So I'm looking for a raglan sleeve sweatshirt. And here we go. I'm going to tick all of these products, scroll down and click add selected products. And now the system will pull these products from the catalogue and put them in my products list. There we go, that's the products added. So now I'm just going to press OK and return to my products list. So here I have my products, they have been added to my list, and I want to now make sure that the children's garments and the sizes are tax exempt, because here in the UK we all know children's sizes are tax exempt. And there's actually two ways of doing this. First, I can actually configure the product and mark it as tax exempt. So if I click on this blue wheel here and click configure product, with the general tab selected, if I scroll down, I can tick this box and click save, and that will make that product tax exempt. But if you have a product which contains children's and adult sizes, you can also make the children's sizes tax exempt. So if I come to my settings and I select sizes, what I'm going to do first is click this blue wheel, and I have this option at the bottom to allow size to be tax exempt. So all I'm going to do is click this tick box, and you can see right away I have a new column down the center which allows me to mark certain sizes as tax exempt. And also, just a note on the left hand side, if this box is ticked, then that means that it is a default. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for my children's sizes that I want to make tax exempt. So just for this demonstration, I'm going to select all of these sizes, and also I want these on by default. And with them being set as default, if I was to pull in any more children's garments in the future which contains these sizes, then they will be marked as tax exempt. So if I come back to my products list now, and I view the children's raglan sleeve sweatshirts, and I look at the sizing, I can see by default they are tax exempt, and that is how you make sizes tax exempt. So that is section 1 complete, and before moving over on to section 2, there are 2 more add-ons that I'll need to enable to extend my website's functionality. The first will be the feature of setting up a stock design library, which when I start to offer affiliate stores will feed designs to all stores, as opposed to offering just store designs which are specific to the one store they're uploaded to. So if I come to my universal search bar and I type in stock design, I have an app here called Custom Stock Design Library. I'm going to click this, and again I have a pop-up explaining a bit of information about the app, and I'm just going to click Add Now. Next, I'll need to enable the Decorated Products add-on, which I can find by using a second way to enable add-ons. If I click the add-ons button at the top of my screen, I'm taken to this page, the add-on manager. And I can filter out different apps by the category, or I can simply click view all apps. And here are a list of all the apps that are available to you, and you can take a look and add any apps that you want to add. And I'm looking for the decorated products, so I'm just going to select add now. And now that's enabled, I'm going to show you some more about stock designs. So if I select stock designs at the top, I'm taken to the stock designs page here. And in here, I can upload my own stock designs, or I can take a look at the DecoNetwork stock design library. So if I click add DecoNetwork design collections, and in here are paid and free designs. You can have a look. If you click on the link, you actually get a preview of the designs that is in the package. And as I said, some are paid, so you have a monthly fee, and some are per use. And I'm looking for the DecoNetwork pack here. Now this is a completely free pack. You can see there's no monthly fee, and there's also no per usage fee. And in here is over 4,800 designs that are free to use and you can offer to your customers. And to add this to your website, just simply tick the boxes, scroll down and press save. So it does take a few minutes to load in nearly 5,000 designs. So I'm just going to right click my website and head over. So here we are now in section 2. First, I'm going to take a look at my website colors and add a background image to my site. So if I just show you my site to begin with, this is what we had left behind in our first presentation. So you can see I've got a plain background, I've got my my products, etc., all my page links, and what I'm going to do now is just make some changes to some of the colors here. So under website settings, if I select website colors, here I have a list of the colors that I can change on my template. So I don't need to go into any of my coding and try and change any of the colors. And you can see here when I hover over and the color swatch, on the right hand side it highlights the part of the template that I'm going to change. So what I'm going to change is I'm going to change the menu text color, because as you can see on my template it's currently like a dark gray, but I want to change that to orange so it fits in a little bit to my template. So if I click menu text color, I have a slider here. I also have some set colors that I can just click and choose that color. But I'm going to go to my slider and I'm just going to make some adjustments here and then press select. And that would change my text color to orange. Now I'm going to add a background image. And here there's 3 options for the website background. So here is the template default for the background color. I can select a solid color, which is the color that I choose here. And I also have the option to pull in a background image. So if I tick this radio button here, I have an option to choose a file. And I already have an image here that I can pull in. And now you have 2 options. You can have a repeat option or a cover option. Now the repeat is if you are going to have a tiling image. So I've put in a small square image with a pattern on it, but when this is selected, it will tile across the background seamlessly. If I have one big static image, I can just tick cover and it will cover the whole background in that one image. So I want to tile mine, so I'm going to tick repeat and press save. Now if I come to my website and do a refresh, oh, something's gone a little bit wrong there. Okay, so you can see that my background image has pulled in and it's tiled nicely. You can see it's tiled all the way down to the bottom, right down to the bottom there. And you can also see my menu text has changed to orange, which is just how I like it. So coming back to my website settings, next I'm going to add a decorative product, which is this link here. So if I click this, obviously I've just enabled this add-on, so I don't have any decorated products yet. So I'm going to click create a decorated product now. And a decorated product is a finished product, an off-the-shelf product. So a customer can come to your site, see it on the front end, click it, and check out. And also you can offer options so they can also make a few tweaks and a few changes. So first, in my first step, I'm offered all my products here that are in my fulfillment in my products list. So I just need to choose a product and press continue. And next I'm taken to my designer, where I can change my color of the t-shirt, and I'm going to choose a white. And just like on the front end, it's all the same. I can add a design, add some text, and also add some team names. So first I'm going to click add design. Now if I click store designs, these are the designs that we uploaded in our first webinar to our store. Now these designs are only specific to this one store, and it looks like our stock designs have finished loading in. So if I select the stock designs, you can see here there's going to be over 4,800 designs free of charge to use, and you can filter these out just by selecting the category here. So I'm going to use one of my store designs. I'm going to use this picture of Borat and click select design, and I'm going to add some text. So I click add text, and what I'm going to put is add your text, and click add text. And I'm just going to scroll this, going to pull this down just below the design, and I'm going to click the advanced tab here. I'm going to tick this box saying allow personalization, and then I'm going to press save and continue. And what that option does is when a customer views this product on the front end, they're able to override that text without the need of going into the designer and playing around with all the text options. So I need to name this product now, so I'm just going to call this Borat, and the description I'm going to say Borat t-shirt, add your own text. And I get to set a category for my decorated products, so I'm just going to say here funny shirts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this option to don't allow user to customize. If I keep this to allow user to customize, it lets the user to open it up in the designer, and they can change the design, they can swap the design out, make all changes. But if I select don't allow users to customize, they can't open this up in the designer, or they can't change the design out, so they have to use this Borat design. They can only change the text, which I allowed them to do from changing the setting in the designer in the previous stage. So I'm going to click save and continue, and in here I can choose which color to put this garment, put this design and text on. So by default all colors are selected. If I untick this, I can untick each individual color, and if I want to offer it to only the default color, which I chose in the designer, you can see it's highlighted blue, I can just tick deselect all. So it will only be limited to the white t-shirt. Now if I want to put that design on more than just this one t-shirt, so I can do like a batch create of garments, I can click this button here, select products, and if I select this lady's t-shirt here, you can see it's highlighted blue, and I press save. What happens now is the system will apply the same design and text to this garment. So here I'm in the stage where I can swap out all the colors, and by default it's a blue, but I want to make it a white, so I just click the white square, and I'm going to click deselect all so it stays as the white, and then click save and continue, and now the system will generate this decorated product. Now I press continue, and here I can choose my pricing, so I can use the system default, or if I untick this I can actually override my pricing. So I want to sell these at £14.99 each, and now I press save and finish. And now when I view my Decorated Products tab, I have both my garments and I have my category breakdown here. So before we look at the site, what I'm going to do now is just make some homepage changes, because viewing the site here, I notice that my product images are far too big and there's quite a lot of scrolling going on here. So if I come back to my website settings and I select website pages, I have my home page selected, and I'm going to scroll down to my body settings. Now first I'm going to change the layout of the blank products. So if I click on this blue wheel here, what I want to do is make the size of the garments a little bit smaller. So I'm going to bring this down to maybe just 200. And also I want to show my decorated products. You can see it's by default inactive. So I'm going to make this active so they display on the front. And if I open up this blue wheel here, again I can change the size of the thumbnail. So 100 by 100 is going to be a little bit small. So I want to bring this up to maybe 200 again. And I'm just going to minimize this. And if I have a look at my designs, I can see here now when I select my category, it's pulling in all the categories from my stock designs. So if I want to show all, I just show all, or I can filter out each individual category. But I'm happy to show all, so I'm going to stick with that. And I'm not going to go with 300. I'm actually going to make them a little bit smaller, and I'm going to display maybe 14. So just minimize this. And now if I scroll down to the bottom and click save, come back to my home page and again just do a refresh. And if I scroll down now, I can see my products look a bit more neater. I can get them all in one view. And here I have my designs and also my decorated products. So if I come back to my website settings, and on my home page, I'm going to come back to my body settings. I actually want my decorated products to appear above the designs. So if I click on this blue arrow here, click and hold, and I drag above the designs and let go, it will rearrange it for me. And just press save. And again, I'm just going to do a refresh. And I can see I have my blank products, my decorated products, and my designs. Now just to show you the reason why I ticked allowed personalization in the designer is because the system will now display this text in a text box here. So if I highlight this and I just type in the words very nice, which is Borat's little motto, and press apply, the system will change the text live on the screen for the customer. And again, they can choose the colors if they want to, so they can swap out the boring red. So if I maybe make a nice bright orange, they can change the color and then they can check out this product from there. So that's a pretty cool feature that you can use when creating decorated products. And as I said earlier, it's like an off-the-shelf product, so a customer can just come along, make any small changes, and then they can check out. So that's the end of section 2, and what we'll do now is move over to section 3 into our business hub, where we will look at creating a repeat order, and we will fulfill the original quote that has since been converted into an order. So if I just come to my universal search here and I type in the name of my customer, I'm given the name of my customer. So if I click this, I'm taken straight into my business hub. So I don't have to open up my business hub, filter out the customers, or go searching for my customers. And also a good thing about universal search is you can search by order number. So if I close this down and I type in my order number, within my fulfillment center, I can click this, and again, it will open up the Business Hub and will take me straight to that order. There we go. So that's a good little feature to know. You can search by customer name, customer telephone number. So any kind of information that the customer has given you, you can search by that. So I'm just going to click here, Launch Business Hub. And if you recall back in our first presentation, we created a quote for one of my customers called Andrew Michaels. And since then, he has approved this quote, and it's now been converted into an order. So it's gone from my Quotes tab into my Orders tab. And if I click View, and I click on History/Notes, I can see when the quote was emailed, and I can also see when the quote was approved. So I can see here it's been approved and converted into an order. Now, usually when the customer converts into an order, so they approve the quote, they do have the option as paying. But Andrew told me that he was going to pop down to the shop and he's going to pay me in person. So to actually mark the payment on the system as being paid, I click Payments and I click Add Payment. And I'm given a pop-up here. So I will select this payment method. So by default, I have a credit card, depending on my payment gateway. And also I have these manual payment methods. So I have here in-person, bank transfer, telephone, and check. And just to show you where these are being pulled from, if I come back to my settings here, I have under e-commerce settings, manual payment methods. And in here, I can edit these. I can also add my own manual payment method. So by default, you have these four in here. So he came down and he paid me in person. He paid me the full amount, and I want to confirm that this has been paid. So I'm just going to press OK. And now, if I just close this notice, if I click on this production link here, I have a small overview here. So I can see that my customer, Andrew, has paid, and all that needs to happen now is produce and ship. So while the system is producing my download files, you can see here it's produced already, so it's pretty much ready to be printed. If I come to the production tab and view the order, and I scroll down, I get a preview here of what the printed garment is going to look like, and also I have here a production file. So if I hover over this, you can see my settings will give me a Corel Draw file. Now, we did touch on this in the first presentation, so you know that you can change this to a PDF or a PNG, and all I need to do is simply just click this, and the system will give me a print ready file. So straight away, I can open this up, print off my design, transfer it onto my garment, and once it's been produced, I can come back to this order and mark as production complete. So the system's just going to update the order. And now if I come back and view my order, and again I click on this production link here, I can see the system's marked it as produced, and all that's left to do now is to ship it. So you can see it's gone from production into my shipping. You can see the number 1 here. And if I click on shipping, I can tick this box and mark as shipped, or I can click view and record a shipment. And here I want to send a notification email to the customer, so I'm going to press OK. And here we go. So this is an email that's going to go to the customer. So I want to attach a PDF of the invoice. And if you recalled earlier, when we changed the default message in our email and order template, you can see it's now appearing here. So I've put in there, please like our Facebook page. And again, I can also type in any additional messages here. So I'm going to say, thank you for ordering. And then I can press OK. And that will send him an email. And he now knows the order is on its way. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to create a repeat order. So what's happened is Andrew has called me up and said to me that he wants to order the same products as last time. So rather than ask him questions, what did you have, what sizes, what colors, what artwork did you have, I can do this within the system. So he's asked for a quote. So if I click here, add new quote, and if I select my customer from the customer list, I'm looking for Andrew. If I click here, add previously ordered product, it will bring up all the products that he has ordered previously. So the last order was this t-shirt. So he ordered 2 medium, 2 large, and if I hover over here, he had the word plumbers across the front. So all I need to do is just tick this and press OK. And it pulls in the same line item as the previous order. Only difference this time is that he doesn't want 2 large t-shirts, he just wants 2 medium. So I'm going to take away the large, press OK, and that will change the line item accordingly. Now he has also asked me if I can give him some business cards. As you may have noticed, I don't actually have any business card products on my website, but I want to offer a good service, of course. I don't want to send him off to a supplier where he may possibly find cheaper printing or even a much better deal. So if I click here, add freeform product, what this does is it gives me a blank line item so I can create a product on the fly. And in here, I get to add a product name. So if I just type in business cards, and under color, I can type in full color, front and back. And the size / quantity, I'm just going to put 85 millimeters by 55 millimeters, which is the European standard of business cards. And for decorations, I'm going to say see attached, and I'll show you why in a second. Now he wants 5,000 business cards. So if I just change this to 5,000, I know my cost per card is actually going to be 4p. So if I change the unit price to 4, it will give me a grand total of £200. Now if I click on this blue wheel here, I'm going to select the option File Attachments. Now this gives me a pop-up where I can click Attach New File, click Choose File, and here I have Andrew's business card design. So I can just double click this, and in the description I'm going to say front and back, and it's viewable by the production team and by the customer. So I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to save and email that off to Andy. And again, you can see here my message is being pulled in. So I want to attach a PDF, and I'm going to press OK, and that will send Andrew a quote. And if I now download the quote PDF document, I can show you an example of what he is going to see. So it just takes a few seconds to generate here. So if I just open this up, you can see here it's pulled in my my logo that I uploaded within the email and order templates. You can see it's pulled in a line item for the business cards and all the details and information. And if I scroll down, I can see the artwork for the previous items. And what the system does is it pulls in the attached artwork, and he can see what his business card is going to look like. And he can see the sizing, the descriptions I've put in there front and back, and he gets to see all the pricing. And from within his system, he can log in, approve, and then it will appear in my orders, and we can do the same process again of producing the order. So that is the end of section 3, which ends our presentation for today. So just to recap, in section 1 we looked at our add-ons, which were our email templates, our production times. We also looked at our stock design add-on and our decorated products. We've extended our pricing tables to create a more advanced pricing method. We looked at our designer settings for the print method. We've Also added some more products to our product list, made tax exemption on a size level for children's products, and we've also put in some stock designs. On the website settings in section 2, we created some decorated products, changed our website colors and put in a background image, and also changed the layout of our homepage. And in section 3, in the Business Hub, we took a payment, we processed the order, and we also produced and shipped the order, and we looked at creating a repeat order, and we looked at the free-form products. So thank you for your time today. I hope it's been very helpful. You can get further help if you wish from our support team. We have a dedicated support team in the US and in the UK. And you can find the team at deconetwork.com/support. And at this site, we have help articles, we have a ticket system, and we also have a very active forums. We have weekly Q&A training sessions every Wednesday held by me and every Thursday held by Metek, our US DecoNetwork guru. And you can find information on these free training sessions at deconetwork.com/support. And also, if you want to talk to one of the team directly, you can call us up on the numbers you see on screen. And don't forget to take advantage of our blog at blog.deconetwork.com. It's completely free to join, so please take advantage and tap into that resource. Keep an eye out for webinar number 3. We will be doing a further presentation. And again, like I said, if you need any help, please contact us in support. We're more than happy to help you with anything you need. And this session has been recorded and will be available on our blog next week for you to come and recap. I'll also include some downloadable resources just to help you along so you can follow the video and get to where we are finishing today. So again, thank you for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. And take care, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.